Great. So, you have a YouTube channel. What is your intent? Well, faceless nobody, I'm glad you asked. You see, I believe that there has been a push away from what YouTube is supposed to be, or what it should be, in my opinion. To illustrate this point, I'm going to present my idea of what YouTube is and how it's evolved. From around 2005, 2006 to around 2009, 2010 is what I call YouTube's infancy age, the sort of primordial soup from which YouTube as we know it today emerged. There weren't a whole lot of content creators. People were just figuring out how things worked. Quality wasn't a concern. It was just growing in ideas, in a small community built. And I remember enjoying watching people sort of freak out over being accepted for YouTube partnerships, which at the time was a rather novel concept. The golden age of YouTube is what comes next. The 2010, 2000 to 2015 era. What do I mean by the golden age? YouTube was becoming increasingly corporate, but it wasn't so corporate and so overwhelming that it sort of tainted the community. There weren't people sort of giant conglomerates. You did have a few, namely Machinima and Maker Studios, but for the most part, everybody sort of was collaborative. They wanted to help each other. They loved each other. And although the comments on internet videos could get rather dicey, there was a genuine sort of caring. There was a really nice fostered sense of community. And now we have entered the dark ages of YouTube. YouTube is becoming increasingly more and more corporate, more pushing creators and their algorithms to work the way they want them to, rather than the sense of community and the sense of you can do whatever you want that was really, really integral to the golden age and to the infancy age of YouTube. And so what I want to do is I want to return to the golden age. I want to return to the community, the sense of, I really love my fans, I really love what I do. I like making content for the sake of making content. It's not about fame, it's not about garnering as much views. My goal, my job is not to be a YouTuber. That's not what I want to be when I grow up. It should be a hobby, and it should be something that I really want to pursue and make quality videos, but at the same time, it's really about the interaction with the fans. And I feel like we've lost some of that now. And of course, there are some people now who do that, and I'm not disparaging people who do say, hey, I want to be a YouTuber, this is what I'm passionate about, I like making content, I like showing people what I really love to do. That is not my issue. My issue is with the sort of impersonal, and I feel that there are a lot of channels today that are becoming more and more impersonal, and I really appreciate it when channels that are big and that did start out in the YouTube infancy stage have become closer to their roots. They may have drifted away from them in the past, but they've re-centered around what made them special in the first place. And I really, really enjoy that. And I think that that is fundamentally important. These are YouTubers like Smosh, like Shane Dawson, like Ray William Johnson. A few of these examples might be outdated, but those were the type of people that I watched. Those are the type of people that I interacted with. And many of them are still here today. Again, Shane Dawson's still around. Epic Rap Battles of History is still around. Equals3 is not, but Philip DeFranco is. Smosh is still around, even though Anthony had left a few years ago. That is my intent. A return to form, a return to a sense of YouTube normalcy. For the people that are of my age, and they sort of want to recapture their youth, they want to recapture what it was like to grow up and experience this technology and experience this community for the first time, this fascinating endeavour, this journey that we all shared. That is my intent. And you may have noticed that I might have said a few ums in my sentences. This is purely intentional. I will in the future, when I'm really striving for quality content, edit those out, but for my purposes in this video and in a few other videos, I want them to be done sort of in one take, so you can really feel the emotion with me. Every little mistake, every little human error that I make is captured on tape, so that we all realise that we're all human, and that we're all in this collective experience together. I will return in some time with another video, and that video will be the first of many, I hope. Glad to see you then.